Did you see Guillermo del Toro's Pacific Rim? Did you make that decision based on how it was advertised? Because I did, and I never saw it until after it was already long gone from theaters. That will forever be one of my biggest regrets, because Pacific Rim is now my favorite movie. The film follows Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori, two of the last pilots of giant war machines called Jaegers. They co-pilot from within the head of the machine and set out into the sea to take down Earth's latest pest problem, kaiju. While Pacific Rim set out to be the sci-fi action blockbuster of the summer of 2013, I would argue that it achieved much more than that. Because Pacific Rim is so much more than a marriage of two genres. It's not just another giant creature movie. Pacific Rim's narrative was painstakingly weaved by screenwriter Travis Beacham, and it shows. Beacham was able to create an entire world, not unlike our own, but one with so many intricacies and storylines and details. Before the movie was even in production, it already had enough plotted out exposition to make an entire comic book prequel that was released on the same day as the movie. The story explores countless dynamics that help it to connect with its audience on a more emotional level. There's something for everyone: brothers, fathers and sons, adopted daughters and emotionally constipated dads, spouses, lab mates.
Herman, these are human beings. Why don't you say hello?
I've asked you not to refer to me when I first heard about this. I am a doctor.
No, yes, 10 years,
10 years of experience, man. About time.
And one of the most rare for this type of movie, a platonic, unsexualized relationship between the two main characters. Not only does this film emphasize female empowerment and equality, it uses a person of color to do so. Mako Mori is a badass that can run with and even take down the boys, and Pacific Rim does not let you forget it. And if you don't relate to any of the dynamic relationships portrayed in the film, you're bound to relate to big, slimy, lizard-looking things causing giant, expansive walls to be built.
And we have to start by building a wall, a big, beautiful, powerful wall.
Guillermo del Toro is famous for his elaborate set designs, and this movie is no exception. Del Toro called for as many mechanical effects as he could to allow for a better translation of action to the screen, including a full-scale, fully animatronic con pod where actors would be strapped into the metal beast and blasted with water. The detail of Del Toro's vision flows over into costuming as well. All of the combat suits worn were 3D printed, piece by piece, and worked on for months to perfectly contour the actors' bodies and allow for the full range of movement necessary to kick kaiju ass. All of the suits had real functions, such as air circulation, internal earpieces, and microphones to allow for communication with Del Toro, and even an adjustable lighting system to help create just the right mood for any scene. But none of this would matter without the people who are highlighted in the suits, and who battle the invisible monsters that Guillermo del Toro promises to bring to life. This film is filled to the brim with star power. Charlie Hunnam leads the cast with his emotional and charismatic performance, and it doesn't hurt that his physique is seemingly created for action. In addition to Hunnam, we are given equally moving performances by Rinko Kikuchi, Max Martini, Robert Kaczynski, Bern Gorman, and the much-needed comic relief of Charlie Day. But the actor that really stole the show is Idris Elba, who played Commander Stacker Pentecost and delivered some of the most powerful speeches in the film.
Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
Finally, what's a movie without its music? And Ramin Djawadi, who lended his hand to other projects such as Iron Man and Game of Thrones, delivered a score that was sure to incite the world to cancel that impending apocalypse.
Yeah! King is off!